This is part 2 of my first message. What she said. Healing for me right now looks like the environment that I've cultivated. It looks like crying so hard because my heart got hurt, but then looking up from my tears at the place that I'm in and like just my home and feeling like I'm home, feeling safe, feeling okay. It's allowing these memories to come back up from the vault. It's allowing myself to not feel numb. It's allowing myself, like, I'm gonna reiterate that a little bit because I will literally be walking around and then like the smell of something can like trigger me back to the past because I have been diagnosed with things like PTSD. And you might relate if you found this video. Like, I'm so emotionally sensitive, it's not even fucking funny. It's kind of annoying. And I used to hate life, like, living like that, but honestly now I really do love it. Like, yeah, I'm being a little sarcastic when I'm saying it's annoying. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I do love it. And at the end of the day, I've learned to love it. And I've cultivated an environment for myself to where, how do I say this? So I was doing yoga the other day, and like I was talking in my last video right before it cut me off, I was talking about like body and energy healing and how your body stores trauma. And so when things like happen to you, you might say, I'm fine, I'm okay. And maybe you seriously do feel okay. Maybe you seriously are actually like, I'm good. Yay, I am proud of you for being there. Honestly though, I will say low-key though, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, but as long as you're on the right tracks, you actually make it. You're not just faking it and faking it and faking it. Like, you're faking it and you're making it. Two things, two coinciding things, you know what I'm saying? Take that as it resonates, use your discernment. No, but energy body healing, I was doing yoga and I just got called. It's gonna resonate to certain people and this might seem weird, but I don't think it is. I don't know. I think it's just my insecurities pushing up like the wrong narrative first, where it's like I get like see, like, I'll be accountable with this. I have a habit of being like, I'm sorry, it might be like this, because if I push out that narrative that it may or may not be before it gets called out to me, like if I say, hey, this might be weird, I'm so sorry, then it like blocks, you know, like it feels like a shield, so that way if somebody goes and turns around and is like, that's weird, I don't have to be like, I know, like, instead I've already said it, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've acknowledged their feelings and my feelings, like, look, I know that it can be weird, but, you know, you see what I'm saying? And that's one part of healing, though, is being able to sit with yourself and be like, look, dude, low-key, though, I'm only human. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and accountability-wise, this is what I would be doing sometimes. And so anyway, sorry, I was in yoga, and not in yoga, I was at home, but doing yoga in the yoga position. I was like in the picky pose or something, when I decided I needed to go cry. Because after getting intimate recently and feeling all those feelings in my body again, it felt weird. I didn't know how to like I didn't know how to like sit with it low-key though. I was just like, okay, like I took it and I transmuted it in a way of like wisdom and growth, and I posted a video, but like deep down, like actually having to sit with those feelings, like I knew I needed to, like I couldn't just Capricorn that shit. Like, I'm not a Capricorn, but I do have Capricorn in my chart, and I was like, I can't just like move through that shit. Like, I've got to like, I think it's my Capricorn Mars, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so yeah, I got in the doggy position completely by myself. I felt weird. I was just like, this is so stupid. I'm like, what are you doing? But I just trusted my body. I trusted myself. And it's just part of that, like, dude, why are you beating yourself up? Like, you just need to, like, be nicer to yourself. And so, like, I was trying to. So I just let myself do that. And then I just started stretching. And I'm gonna start crying now. I started sobbing, dude. Sobbing. It was my own energetic release of just everything. Like, and I allowed myself to like literally stretch out, and I allowed myself to remember all of the things that I didn't want to remember because they were staying stored in my body. It's literally like saying, okay, hey, this lighter burned me, this lighter hurt me, this lighter burned me, so I don't want to remember about it, so I'm just gonna toss it in the vault. Okay, whatever, let's pretend this is my vault. In the vault, it's in my vault. You can't see it, right? It's not here, right? It's totally not here. My pain, it's gone. It's gone. You can't tell that it's affected me at all. It's not a part of me at all now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can move forward, I can fake it, I can make it, I can smile. But until I actually sit there and realize, oh shit, this kind of feels weird. This doesn't feel right. Hold on, let me just like... That wasn't supposed to be there. That wasn't supposed to be there! You know what I'm saying? Do you see that? That's not visual, okay? And so I've cultivated an environment for myself as well where I'm able to do that. I'm able to cry in my home, in my living room, on the floor, in doggy position. Just because I just needed to release that shit. I just needed to, and I got that shit out, and I felt so much better. Everything just like, I just felt so much better. I feel good. It felt like a good water cleanse, a good cry. Anyways, so yes, your body stores energy, and just because you might think you're okay, sometimes your body knows you're not. And that can even manifest into ailments. So like a lot of women, for example, get thyroid cancer in their throat because their throat chakra is so fucking blocked. Because they bite their tongue throughout their entire goddamn life. That they don't ever speak up on them. They don't ever speak up. It complicates their throat. It literally does. Or it's like people who have back problems, like your physical ailments tie into your mental ailments. And a lot of people don't understand that. Energy though, what I was saying in my last video, so when I broke my wrists, okay, I broke both my wrists, and I was laying in bed and I was doing like an energy read on myself and just like practicing, just like exploring with my gifts, just having fun, because I couldn't sleep, so why not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I either was gonna go fucking doom scroll on TikTok or smoke more weed, or utilize my time, and I did that, and I explored, and I could feel the energy in my wrists, and I felt a good release. I still feel like I need to do another one, you know, it's like, I need to do 2 egg cleanses, not 1, but it's funny. There's this squirrel too, they usually go back and forth, but she's just sitting there and just watching me this entire message, like, she's like not moving. It's funny. So yeah, that's why Reiki healing can be really good, but like I thought that I would need that, like, and I still want that. It's not something, but and now my perspective's changed though, because I'm like, oh shit, dude, you really put yourself in a box when you said that you couldn't do it. Like, you're limiting and you're capping your own abilities before allowing yourself to feel your own abilities. Oh, and another thing too is, one thing that like Jadina's channel on YouTube has really helped me with as well. Her voice is just like fucking perfect for like affirmation shit, bro, I swear. Like, it just like stuck in my brain. She helped me, teach me, inspire me to rewrite the neuron pathways in my brain, where it's like, instead of like, you know, how I was getting my head earlier, like, hey, like, I'm sorry this or I'm sorry that, apologizing for me, like, I'm learning how to take up space, and I'm learning how to allow, pause. 1 second. I'm getting nosy. So it looks like the manager's just doing a little walkthrough right now. She's picking up some trash through the apartment complex. That always just freaks me out though, because I'm always just like, dude, it's so windy here, and it's so annoying because I will have like literally like something on my fucking deck, and then it gets so windy here, like windy, and then boom, that shit's gone, and then I have to go like back up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down to go fucking collect all my shit, and it's just frustrating. So I'm just really like hoping that they don't walk over there. Oh, they're walking away. They're not even looking in my area. Wow, that's great. Because I'm like, for me, I'm a very cleanly person, and so I don't like when people get a misperception of me being uncleanly, because I'm like, it's not right, and I can't sit there and talk to you and explain to you, like, I'm so sorry, like, it was literally just the wind yesterday, and I was gonna like pick it up today before I went to work. It's just like a whole fucking thing, so I'm just like, this is just awkward. Can you just walk past, please? Sorry, that was totally random tangent. Speaking of this though, environment and home and people. If you're living somewhere and you're like manager or your lease, why did I say manager? Why did I say manager earlier? Apartment manager. Like your apartment manager, your lease manager, your leaser, your tenant, your I don't know the right words for this. Your person giving you the place to stay, like, whether it's your fucking parents, it's down to your friend or whatever, like if somebody is allowing you to stay in their like their place or whatever, like you gotta have some good vibes there. Like you want to be in a good vibes ass place. Like you want to be able to sit down and like root down. Like the reason why I stayed, the reason why I re-signed my lease here was, yes, I have a little bit of like trust issues with the higher up people when it comes to this apartment complex. However, but I have enough discernment to know that that is so minor compared to what I could be dealing with, and how lucky I am to be here in the first place, and everything that I'm at, and how it literally just gives me such a place to breathe. Like I feel like I can just breathe. Like how I was saying, how I was laying on the fucking floor basically and doing all of that. Like I'm so grateful to have this space in that place. And one good thing to get you to heal that really helped me with, like I was saying with mindset before all that tricked me and got me, if I say tricked, like got me all like tripped up, there we go, was that gratitude mindset, being so grateful for just like everything in your life, like everything, dude, like I'm not even kidding, like just grateful. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby, I didn't mean to do that to you. No, being like so grateful, like sit in that energy of gratitude, man. I am not kidding. Like that is gonna help you when you are in a dark place, reminding yourself how grateful you are to be here, to be around this, to be eating the food, like all of it. Part of healing as well is part of like what you're eating and drinking. You know, like I said in my last video, the glamour magic. If you expect yourself to be the baddest bitch in the land, why are you eating just purely like absolute trash red 40s soup junk food that is literally being manufactured to kill you from the inside out? Okay, that was weird. What the fuck? Okay, got it. That's weird. Got it. Sorry, my crystal just, like a part of it came off. And then the magpie's there. Oh, what the hell, Yante? Why are you looking at me? I'm looking at you. Why are you looking at me? Just get your peanut and go. I love you. You're beautiful. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. I'll see you again later. Sounds and frequencies. I don't just listen to sad, depressing music anymore. I listen to, like, I will when I need to, don't get me wrong. Hell, like last night, after I got done doing that, I turned on Past Life, the acapella version. So it's just the vocals of Ariana. And oh my god, I sobbed. I needed it. I fucking needed it. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta heal. And that's what I'm saying though, is healing isn't just all sunshine and rainbows. It's not my day is great, everything's gonna be great. It's, hey, I cried. Hey, I released. Hey, I felt my emotions again. Hey, I'm in a safe environment. Hey, I know myself well enough to where I can like reparent myself in a way that I needed to when I was younger, because my mind, like for me personally, like I was traumatized from the start. Like from the start. And that's not just me being like, give me attention. Like, no, like my mom had me at 17 and she wasn't ready to have a kid. Did she love me? Yes. She loved me. At the end of the day, she loved me. She never tried to do me wrong. She never tried to do me dirty. I can see that. It was her first time being a parent. She wasn't even an adult yet. She was still just a kid. And she had one of her own. And on top of that, a toxic ass like relationship with her parents, and I didn't even know my dad until I was like 7. And when I met my dad, he was extremely abusive, and that was the worst part of my life, was actually meeting my dad. However, guess what? The funny thing about this, actually, well, Spirit, thank you for bringing this up. Actually, first of all, because I say Spirit, but sometimes I'm just like, I feel like they guide the direction. I feel like they're like guiding it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I'm not giving them full accountability. I have some accountability of myself, where I'm like, hell yeah, thank you for bringing that up. But also, like, thank you for guiding. So I met my dad. I was like 7 or 8 or whatever. So young. And it's crazy because at the time I already gone through so much trauma and all I wanted was my mom. Like, he literally pulled me out of a foster home and was like, hey, I'm your dad. and then like projected every single one of his adult problems onto 7-year-old me because he didn't know how to manage them himself, because he saw how badly I wanted my mom and that I did not want him. There's so much to it. There's so many little things. He's going through so much shit as well, and he just had like these control issues to all hell. It's now a squirrel and a magpie looking at me, you guys. So it was just like control issues to just all hell, and it was not good. And he did one of those things a lot of parents do, where they spank their children. 15 minutes in, let's talk about it. Spanking! Sexual assault. Sexual assault. No. To a limit. Because if you are hitting your child to a point on their ass, which is like one of their like more vulnerable spots. Okay, so if you're hitting a child on their ass, which is a very vulnerable spot, and they start screaming at you and crying and saying, please stop, and or no, stop, or whatever, and you directly ignore them, and they're sobbing, they're screaming, and they're crying, and you're ignoring that child, okay, maybe you hit them harder. Maybe it triggers you and you just hit them harder or whatever. Maybe you set them to the corner for an hour. Maybe you take away their dinner. Maybe because they decided that they didn't want to eat your food, and because when you were a kid that you got treated this way, so now now that you're the adult, now you get to do it back. Now you're going to reperpetrate. Because you got hurt as a kid, now you're going to hurt your kid because that's how you were raised. But it hurt you, so why are you doing that? Pause. But no, so anyways, that teaches the kid growing up that if they scream, if they say no, if they don't want touched there, it doesn't matter. And it taught me that. It taught me that so hard, because I would call for help. I called CPS as a kid. I called the cop as a kid. I tried multiple things. I reached out. I asked for help. I was begging for help. And that nothing, no, like, he was a narcissist, and he worked for the city, and so all, like, the cops and the people that worked for city, like, knew him and loved him and saw him as just this great, upstanding fucking citizen, and could never imagine him doing this to a kid, and clearly it was just this kid getting mad because she got told no. This little girl needs to grow up. I tried to kill myself a couple times because of the pain and the trauma that I had endured, not just from that, but even before then. I was just like, what was the point, you know? I was like, almost like, just like, what is, that's just crazy. Like, I just don't get what I did to deserve that. Like, I was just a kid. I never asked to be born in the first place. I got born into a bunch of other people's shit problems. Like, I didn't know why or what the purpose or point of anything was. And it took me so long to find my purpose. It took me so long to heal. And at the end of the day, low-key though, like, that's what I would want to change, yes, but also not. Because it made me who I am today. And I'm still healing from a lot of it. But guess what? Want to know a good plus side? Want to know a positive side on that whole scary, sad story I just told you? I talk to my dad now. I used to not. I moved away from him when I was like 15. Like, after multiple, like, grippy sock hospitals, after all this fucking shit, like, I was working hard. Like, I worked overtime to get away from that man, and I already did all that I could. If that meant dying, I meant dying. I did not care. I was getting away from him because he was evil. But also my own life. I started not liking it at the end of the day, but it was because I had a lot of adults lying to a child. They would, like, lie, they would manipulate me, they would manipulate how I would see things and how I would feel things. They'd be like, one time I had my dad specifically, he told me that my Nana never wanted to come see me because she'd have to waste gas money on me. That why do I have to keep asking my Nana to come pick me up and hang out with me and spend time with me? She doesn't want to do that because she has to spend gas money on me. And that literally caused a wound in me up until this point of, like, almost now. But luckily it's basically healed. Where I have still struggles to this day with asking people for money, making people go out of their way because just like, what if they really just don't want to? And it's not like it's just that one thing. After that one incident, I got shown repeatedly because that's what I believed in. I got taught that. It was a core value, a core belief of mine. And so because of that, I then manifested more of those experiences into my life because that's what I believed in. I believed that. But yeah, so when I moved into my grandma's house, thank you, garbage truck. Thank you so much. When I moved into my grandma's house, I chose not to speak to him for a really long time. For the first bit, I didn't say I love you. But then when I was able to, and I got, like, basically, like, old enough to, like, where I had, like, you know, my social medias and stuff, he was blocking everything. I rebuked him as my own father. I rebuked it. I didn't want it in my life. I stood 10 toes down on that, and I was not even 20 years old yet. By the time I turned like 18, maybe 19, I don't know how old I was. I think I was around 19 actually, which was like just a couple of years ago actually. I finally allowed myself, or allowed him back into my life. But we weren't gonna do that without like a whole talk. So me and this like 40 fucking year old man pretty much sit down face to face. I'm not even 20, and we lay everything on the table because I said no, we ain't moving forward until we lay everything on the fucking table. And in fact, one of the things we're laying on the table is that I smoke weed. How does that make you feel? Because if you don't like that or you don't want me in your life because you find that out, then you need to leave me now. Don't get my hopes up and then leave me later. And we healed so much within that one conversation. And guess what? To this day, I do see still sides of him where I'm just like, so unhealed, but he's healing and he is trying. But then at the same time, though, there's this, it's just a 50-50. Where part of me, honestly, just, I can't tell if that's just me trying to make an excuse for his behavior at this point, or what. I think it is, in a sense. But I'm just like, is there something, like, demonically, like, attached to you? Like, is something going on? Like, do I just not know? Like, am I just not paying attention? Just had too many, like, naive hopes? I don't know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? Either way, it doesn't matter. So maybe that resonated to you in a sense at all. I'm learning that the best way for me to teach is by leading by example, which is one of the funny things of, oh, hey, guess what? I've gone through, like, literally, like, so much shit. So I can relate to a lot of things. And I would rather grow, heal, and teach from my pain than sit and let it define me. I'm so proud of myself for who I've become and for getting up off my ass and like posting these YouTube videos and putting myself out there, because I always knew I wanted to be like a YouTuber, but I never knew how I was going to put myself out there. I never knew how I was going to share my voice. I'm a writer. I love to write. But I write the best when I am sad, and right now I'm not really feeling those writery vibes, so I haven't really wrote for a little bit, but I kind of am, you know? I go with the flow. When it comes to my flow, my creative spark, I will never push myself. I'm gonna stay disciplined. I will stay locked in. I'll never lock myself out, but I will never push myself too hard. It's learning your body, learning you, learning yourself, okay? Like, my love, like, my journey is gonna be different from your journey, but the things I've learned might help you. That doesn't mean do it my way, you know? Like, maybe doing my way will help you. Maybe doing it your way will help you. But I just kind of want to show you that, like, it's possible. And so, yeah, nowadays, when I get put back in those, like, fight or flight modes, low-key, though, I, like, try to turn on, like, a cartoon. So I turned on, like, a 90s cartoon this morning. I had Care Bears on, but the 90s version specifically, because it's way less overstimulating. And I thought, oh my god, I was fucking hooked. I was locked in. Because I'm just like, wow, it's crazy. The monster the villain in this episode is boredom. And so he's coming and he's like making the rain come by, and he's like, rainy days, and which, funny thing, the rain god in shit, god damn it, there's a culture. There's so many cultures, but there's a culture where there's a rain god, and he literally loves joy. He loves dancing. He loves laughter. If you want, because rain brings you, like, blessings of fertility, of growth, of all, like, rain is such a blessing. Rain is not supposed to be a bad, icky, icky thing. And so, like, you get blessed with more abundance in life if you give more joy and love to the rain god in that culture specifically. But, yeah, so I thought that was interesting. But the rain was coming by, and it's just making it a bad day or whatever. And so then all the Care Bears were, like, bored, but then some of the other Care Bears who weren't affected by it were like, no way, Jose, we can't be bored, look. And they used potatoes, and they made, like, art stamps. So they literally, like, made a star, and they cut it out inside of a potato, dipped it in paint, and then made a stamp with it. Or are they wasting food? Low-key. But also, it's a TV show, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, good, that's actually so sick, that's so crazy. Like, if you ever like a rotten potato, well, not rotten, but like going bad potato, you could like cut that in half and it's not gonna be like squishy, right? And then you could like use it still, or whatever. Or they made paper airplane and they showed the kids how to make the paper airplane. How many kids these days know how to make paper airplanes? Probably not much. They're so lost in their goddamn iPads, dude. So I thought that was so cool, and I was literally just like sitting there watching that. I'm like, that's sick. Like, yeah, no, that low-key inspired me because one problem too is boredom. Like getting depressed, getting at night, especially like healing. Part of that journey for me has been allowing myself to be bored, allowing myself to sit in that silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always something to do. So very recently, for example, like when my mind was a very heavy place and I knew that my home wasn't as tippity-toppity as I would like it to be, I would sit down every once in a while. And so like, let's say I was getting bored, so I would just like sit down and I was just like, okay, well, I want to start scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, but I'm not going to do that yet. I could just start smoking a lot of weed and just numb out. I'm not gonna do that yet. What? Look around. What is one singular thing that you need to do, that you can do to get off my list? Well, guess what? My pets knocked over a plant of mine. I don't even know how they fucking, like, I'm like, oh, the audacity. It was the hanging up plant. My plant that was hanging up to get away from you, but you just so happen to have your cat tree next to it. So then you're like, yeah, woo. Fuck it, bitch. And now I got dirt everywhere. I picked up like a 99% of it. Cause in that moment, I was like so fucking overstimulated. I was like, ain't no way. Uh-oh. It's gonna turn off on me again because of space. But yeah, so bad thing happened, right? Okay, dirt everywhere. I took what I could handle. I cleaned up what I could. I made it presentable for myself, but I'm not gonna let that dirt sit there forever. I'm probably picking it up. I actually had a broom out to pick it up before the maintenance guy got here, but I put it away. So it's a plan, and it's gonna happen today. I want to come home to a home that makes me feel like I'm home. Okay? So maybe you need to do that as well. Like, even if it's baby steps. Don't bite off more than you can chew, okay? Like, healing is a long process. I feel like I can make another video on this, so I probably will. I think I'm gonna publish this one as it is, because I'm just scared of it like cutting me off. But I'm so happy to have you here. Also, I really want to show you my jeans while I have you, because okay, hold on, ready? I'm gonna make you look at my butt. Ready? Look at my butt. Ah, she's sparkling. I want like a tramp stamp of like a butterfly, but I'm also just like, girl. We can come back to that when we're at 26.